Hey, what's up guys, Rado here with Dirt and Iron. We continue working on our KTM 300 build. In this video we are still gonna play with the swing arm a little bit more. We're gonna replace the main bearing and seals using the little vise you see behind me. So stick around. We're gonna take out these old bearings from here. So we got our old seal, same from the other side. Oh, there is a washer, and there's another washer here. Next thing what I need to do to get a socket that is exactly the same size as our bearing, outer bearing, you want this socket to rest on the bearing, and then using vise I'm gonna press it out little by little. I think that's okay. Bearing is inside, so it's also getting hot, but I think the aluminum will expand a little bit more. Alright, that should be okay. Just little by little. I'll check the bearing. It moved a little bit. You probably heard that little click. Just want to make sure that we are not damaging swing arm, but we are at the bearing. All right. You can get a cheating bar. Alright, I'll check it again. We really don't want to damage anything here. Okay, so I can see now that the bearing is coming out. I think what happened now, I touched the other bearing, so I'll need to use a little more strength to push it through. But once we do that, it will be easy. All right. So at this point, put something on the other side that is bigger than the bearing. This will probably work fine. So the bearing can actually slide inside in this thing. You can improvise, use whatever you have at home. So first bearing is almost out. I can feel it. Yeah, there you go. First bearing is out. It's probably inside in the nut. Yep, it's right here. So now keep pushing. We need to add a little bit more here. And also keep this one on the other side. There we go. This is our second bearing. Now we just need to take this out. Hope you can see it on the camera. bearings are out. I'm gonna clean it and will be time to put new bearing in. My bearings are in the freezer. Going to heat this up again. Now it will help a lot because the bearings are out, so they're a little bit shrinking, you know, in the freezer. This will expand, should help a lot. Brand new bearing from a freezer. It's cold. Now to drive it in, I'm gonna use this guide. Is a little bit bigger than bearing, because what I need to have a flat surface that is pushing this bearing in. So this would do the job. It's looking good. Once you touch swing arm with this socket, you're good, because the socket is bigger than the bearing. Okay, I feel we are there. Take it back. Alright, so one bearing is in, and we're gonna do the same from the other side. Okay, feels like we are at the swing arm. Alright, there you go. One bearing, another, we're ready to go. We need to pack this bearing using a grease. I'll get some grease on my finger and put it inside, and then we put washer on one side, other side, put my seals in, drive them in using this technique with the two big washers at the end, and we should be good to go. You know, I always think that it's never too much, grease is never too much. So if you have a little extra, don't worry about it. It's better to have more than less when it comes to grease. So put it on your finger and drive it in, rotate those bearings a little bit. It's a needle bearing, so you want to get the grease underneath the needles. Take your time, play with it. And there is a little gap between these two bearings when I install them. You can fill that gap with the grease too. I'm gonna put these washers in on the both sides. A little bit grease came out, it's okay. And these are our seals. Again, I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on the seal. Inside on the rubber and outside a little bit too. Same on the other one. And slowly drive it in till both seals are seated where they're supposed to. You can also use a seal driver, like the one I have right here, to kind of start. You can use that and then finish it up with this, or you can just do everything with a seal driver. There are different ways how you can do this. All right. Last thing would be to install these rings. 1, 2. Alright guys, that's done. I'll do the same for this one and we can install the swing arm. The swing arm is done. Bearings, packing, seals, everything, main bearings, shock bearing I did last time. So now I have no more excuses. I have to go and start building that KTM 300. You see there is a frame with the triple clamp just waiting for the swing arm, for the suspension, for the wheels and all that good stuff. So next video we're gonna get this party started. Alright my friends, that's about it for today, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.